days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, right at you. You give me something to believe in, just what I needed. You're the closest.
We were talking this week about being of sober mind, but also being still and not letting our emotions overtake us. I'm not talking about emotionalism. I'm talking about a sense of purpose and understanding that things can change because we can change them. We have the power to do that. And if we're talking just group wise, Black people spend $1.3 trillion annually to support these same billionaires that have used their money to put us back in bondage, to restrict people of rights, to denigrate and destroy through their advertisers and super PACs. Those same billionaires that we supported with our algorithms on these damn platforms, but also with our dollars, because we spend a lot on brands that do nothing for our community at all. And we don't even think about it, but we're going to be thinking about it. This is the time to organize. As we march into November, I'm going to be laying forth some things that I've been sitting on for 10 years, things that I've been thinking about. And I feel like now's the time, and timing's everything. This is the time. We got a window. I said this in the summer of George Floyd. We had a very short window, and I was right. People don't have the capacity, but they have the capacity now during this short period of time between now and November, and from November to January, to really get some stuff done. Hand out legislation, get a couple of the Congress people. Hey, Jasmine Crockett and y'all, here, sponsor this, sponsor that, gather your people. This is what we want. Day one. So I wanted to start the day erecting the name of Sonya Massey. I talked about her on Friday. I talked about her Monday and yesterday because the video came out of her murder. It was a murder. I watched it. And I didn't want to watch it, but I had to because the reports, I was like, how do you shoot somebody for taking a pot of water? Was she throwing a pot of water at you? Did she threaten to throw a pot of water? I needed to see that. How, and the distance between that pot, which she wasn't aiming at him, and where he stood and took his stance and then told her he was going to shoot her in the effing face and then open fire. The distance between that pot of water, even if she flung it and where he stood, which he could have stood further away. I had so many questions, but I also came up with some answers. So I want us to talk, and this is how we should be thinking through things, because I was angry. I was sad for a woman who will not see her children grow up. 36 years old. She's 36. I've lived I'm 20 plus years older than this woman. I've had 20 more. She didn't make it to her 50s or her 40s. She didn't make it to see her children marry and have children and what. And she called them. This was not a criminal. This was not somebody that was out here stealing or robbing or killing. She called the police for help. And this demon, because when she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, she was telling us that she saw a demon. She was right. She was right. And anybody that's ever evoked those words, which I do probably on a daily basis, I'm rebuking somebody in the name of Jesus, because it's kind of like my reminder. Some people wear a rubber band on their arm that they flick to remind them, of whatever the triggers are. It's sort of like a hypnosis. I rebuke things and people in the name of Jesus all the time, because it's my reminder to reset myself, to not get too emotional, to know that this is not a battle of flesh and blood. It is my reminder that there's something greater than me. It is my reminder that the forces of evil are evil and they're working. So the forces of good have to work. The lion never sleeps. So why are you that's my mantra. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I've done it. I've done it on Twitter. I've done it on YouTube. I've done it in writing. So when she said those words, it was powerful and it was almost biblical. So I sat with that and I watched the video to honor her life, and I evoke her name to honor her life. Sonya Massey should be alive today. And she should be alive on so many levels. As I'm watching, why did he need to come into her house after they already said they swept the house and they found nobody and nothing, no forced entry, nothing. Okay, have a good night. Take your ass home, right? No, I need to come in. For what? And he's coming in, he's filming, he's got a partner there. And then you find out, not just the tattoos, the curious tattoos on this man, 30 years old, 30-year-old man. Big hulk of a man, towering over her. His life was not in jeopardy, not according to what I saw in the video. His name is Sean Grayson. I'm going to say his name because I think he's going to become an avatar for what we need to get done in the area of police reform. Because, see, his career, for him to be a sheriff deputy, it's for him to have the license and autonomy to walk into another human being's home in Illinois, and then have the audacity to come in with his boots and his thing and his guns and shoot this woman, this little slight woman, Sonya Massey, in the face. Yeah, he's going to become an avatar. I think his name should be right alongside Kyle Rittenhouse, right alongside so many. Derek Chauvin. So he had a short stint as a part-time officer at 3 small police departments in the Illinois area, the Central Illinois Avenue area where this happened, Central Illinois. He had a full-time job at a 4th department as well. So 4 jobs he had, 3 part-time, 1 full-time, 2 sheriff's offices in Central Illinois. According to court records, they indicated that Grayson was charged with 2 DUI misdemeanor offenses in Illinois, Malcopin, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not from that area. Y'all could correct me, give me the phonetics on that. Malcopin County in Illinois. He had 2 DUI offenses in 2015. That's not so long ago. One, his vehicle was impounded after he was charged with driving under the influence. So he's not of sober mind. He likes to get a little drunk and then get in a car, is that illegal? Another charge accusing him of driving under the influence with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08. That was dismissed. The following year, he was charged with a DUI. He pled guilty and paid more than $2,400 in fines. This is court record. This is public record. Grayson, who is white, identified as white, pled not guilty to first-degree murder of Sonya Massey. He pled not guilty to aggravated battery with a firearm in the killing of Sonya Massey. And I want to say Sandra Bland because it just all feels the same. Tatiana Jefferson, Breonna Taylor. It just feels very similar, both in John. Except both in John, let me not get distracted because, I could sit here and rattle off names of people who should be alive today. He's also pled not guilty to official misconduct in the July 6th killing of Sonya Massey. He was fired last week at the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. He was fired, as he should have been. But you know what's wild? If he's found not guilty, he can go get a job someplace else, right? I'm going to talk about that in a second. Authorities said Massey called 911 to report a suspected prowler. 2 deputies showed up to her house. One of them, this guy, 30-year-old Sean Grayson. So what happened? He yelled across the counter, and you could see so far away, put down that mother, and he's cussing at her so disrespectful. I called you to come protect me, and you're in my house talking to me crazy. And y'all know, first of all, there's something about your dwelling, your home, your sanctuary, right? That is some of y'all put salt around your doorway. Some of y'all have oil around your entrance and out exits in your house. Some of you, I don't know. I have a mezuzah. That's how and I'm saying, like, I try to evoke all of the powers outside of myself to protect the things that I have worked hard to have, right? So if you have a home, whether it's an apartment, whether you're renting, whether you're an owner, it's your place of safety and sanctuary. So you call the police because somebody you felt breached that, and you want help, and then the biggest breach of all comes in and shoots you in the face, and you're not here anymore. So crazy. And it feels so personal because I felt like he wanted to do that. If you watch the video, you'll see. And I'm not encouraging anyone to watch it because it is pretty horrific. So we heard from her family yesterday, her father and her son, Malachi. She named her son Malachi. She's straight out the Bible. She rebuked him in the name of Jesus and will a land rob God. Malachi Hill Massey, he's 17. He's a baby. He's 17. Here's what he said, Smiz.
Well, they told me, I got a call from the hospital, actually. I never got a call from the police or whatever. But they told me that my mom, she had got shot in the eye and it came out her neck. And they didn't tell me who. They were just saying somebody. They never would tell me who. They just kept on saying someone shot her. They would never tell me who shot my mom, though. So, and I think I was the first person to find it out, too. I had to go tell my grandma myself. That's all I can say.
And you kept asking who?
Yeah, they wouldn't tell me at all.
Malachi Hill Massey will never see his mother again, and he had to tell her mother. Nobody wants to bury their child. That is probably one of the most horrific things that a parent can do, is to bury a child. And now a child is burying his mother, and parents are burying their daughter because they called for help, and a demon showed up.
My days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow.